Hey y'all, welcome to Key's Destiny, where we live in our destiny. Tired of wanting to be so weighed down, thinking about my past. I mainly just want to show people that your story is just your story. It doesn't have to become who you are. On today's video, we'll be talking about why I had cut my hair way in 2020. I honestly cut it after the correct time. 2020, after my freshman year at Norfolk State University. I am now an alumni. I graduated from Norfolk State University May 10th of 2025 with a mass communication general broadcast major. So basically, after my freshman year, I graduated high school from Millennium High School in 2020. Yes, during COVID, and we all know how that was. No graduation, no prom. I literally turned 18 and then went back to school. Well, I went back to school, but not like physically in the building back to school because, COVID. But you guys, then I went off to Norfolk State University in 2020, that following August. That's when everything, the new journey of life began. I will say college is a great experience to go through. I literally see it as like when you graduate high school, it is a time where you decide, okay, how do I want to go into this adult world? Do I want to go with it, just start my job, or like go through school to get to where I need to be, because we all know now you don't necessarily need it, but for me it was for like, that is what I needed to do. I wanted to go to school, and so I made it happen. So school definitely happened, and as I'm going to school, I was finding myself, I would say, but I was doing everything that like I was not able to do like in high school because I was raised by a Christian family. I'm Christian. I'm raised by a Christian family, and also like there was just certain sheltered and protecting us, and like making sure we are focused on what we need to do to get to where we need to be in life. And so freshman year of school, I was partying and stuff like that. I also, sorry, there was something in my mouth, but I was partying and stuff, and like I would say I definitely did lose sight of who I was and stuff like that. But honestly, that's sad to say, but it happens. Like, it's not bad for you to go to school and you have a freshman year where you're not necessarily ready, and that's okay. You won't know unless you experience. Experience comes with a lot of lessons, and that's how you become more wise. So yeah, boom, I wouldn't say relationships. Well, I did have a relationship going, but I wasn't mentally there. I was just physically there. I will say that. So boom, that, and then like that was like the starting of like, because this is my healing diaries, so I just want to talk about everything. So that was like the beginning of I started to realize, okay, that trauma you're holding is like, it's plays a part in your current life, your future. So boom, that. And then like the type of guys that I would talk to, mess with, like, it wasn't my ideal type, like compared to the high school Keandra. She was someone that was like, I'm not saying I was completely loose, it's just certain things that I would be lying saying I never had somebody to pour into me about. No, because I definitely did. I had a huge community that spoke into us about choosing the right guys, having morals for yourself, and it's how to present yourself for others, and not only just for relationship but friendships, and how you want to be treated in general. Like, I would be lying saying I didn't have that. So I definitely did. It's just the freshman year when I got to college, I don't know, I wanted to build my own. It's not some things, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just want y'all to understand, like, my freshman year of college did have a huge impact on me. With me cutting my hair, it definitely was not something I regret at all. That's one thing I will say. But going to Norfolk State, my 2020 year, my freshman year, I completely lost who I was. I was not a strong, like, let me stop saying. I completely lost who I was. I lost confidence in who I was. I just hated my hair, and I just wanted something different. And I'm just like, okay, I want something different. Like, I went back home after freshman year when I experienced things, and I was just like, like, I'm losing myself rapidly. I'm becoming like siblings that I've seen that, not sibling, my parents. I'm starting to fall into their footsteps of like doing things like drinking and smoking, and that's not what I'm raised around ever since, I'm raised from my dad's side of the family, so it's like you're not raised around this, so it's like, why are you doing this? And just because, like, I don't know, in high school I've never faced peer pressure, but in college I did. Well, it's not even peer pressure. I mean, I guess it is, and be influenced like that. And I was just like, whatever, do it. But I had to come back home, and I had to realize, like, living that YOLO type of life, and you're starting to do things that you're not used to, it's not cool. And like, and my family is like, you need to come back home and heal and work on yourself, get back rerooted. So I did that, and I was like, okay. And trust me, you guys, it was so hard to do. Like, I could do a video where I react and over my diaries, because I do video diaries instead of actually writing diaries. My thoughts go too fast, but one day I'm going to like react to them and like talk about it and stuff like that. So yeah, so I literally like woke up one day and I was just like, I'm ready to cut my hair. Like, I want something different. And when I cut my hair, I see myself as like a flower now. So it's like a flower in a way, yeah, because it's like you literally cut your hair, so you have to start to pour into yourself because it's something new. Not saying I've never cut my hair before, but this is different because I actually feel connected to my hair. Like, I had to pour into myself, like, girl, you're beautiful, you're strong, you define, like, you do not allow anybody to define how your beauty anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all my life I've always been bullied about my weight, this and that, and many other things. And once I got my hair, like, I became more confident. I had to do affirmations, look in the mirror. But one thing about me, I always looked in the mirror, and that's how I built my confidence. But again, once I cut my hair for real, like, no more curls. I mean, I had curls, but they're short. I had to be like, okay, this is new, different. Like, I usually am like, oh, I'm good with changes. Like, it is what it is. I've moved around my whole life. I've always dealt with changes, but this is very different because it's my appearance and I'm older and I care about my appearance a lot. So, again, cutting my hair is something I never ever would regret. Like, it has made me strong. Like, when you walk into a room, that's why I tell people that if anybody want to cut their hair, I literally say, when you cut your hair, understand that you are the oddball in that room. Yes, you may feel uncomfortable, whatever, but when you walk in that room, head up. Period. I don't care. You whole time you could be not liking your hair, you could not like your clothes or whatever, your outfit's not the way you wanted it, but whatever, things happen. You don't let nobody see that. It's not even fake it till you make it, but hey, that works, trust, because I did it in high school. Period. So, yeah, when you walk in somewhere, you head up, boom. Like, you gotta learn how to be the oddball, because society, everybody has long hair, curly hair, like, that's what everybody want. I will say it was a different experience because, like, a lot of people, like, guys my age, they would just stare at me, and I'm just like, hello, like, how are you? Like, you know, might line up better than y'all. I'm just playing. But yeah, and then like older people would always hit on me, or like when I did like I would post pictures in the video, and when I did like very low fades, like older men would be like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, gorgeous. And obviously you can't allow that to like just, I don't know, for me it wasn't something I'm like, oh, I'm cute, oh, they say I'm cute, so I know I'm cute. No, I been knew I'm cute, period. Okay, like, no. So yeah, the real work after you cut your hair is definitely in the bathroom. When you look in the mirror, it's only you in the bathroom. Look in the mirror every day, and that's what I had to do. And trust me, there's times I was not feeling it at all, even with cutting my hair. So I have like a dent in my head, and I've always been insecure about it, but really cutting my hair, I really was insecure about it. And I always tell my barber, like, don't cut too low on this side, I have a dent. But that happened because I had to get surgery or whatever in my head. I had hit my head when I was little, not listening, so that's what happened. So even that, it made me learn to love my imperfections, and it's normal. Having dents in your head is normal. Everyone has dents. Like, it's normal. It's a normal thing of life and stuff like that. And yeah, like, cutting your hair is not for everybody, but for me, like, I loved it. Like, I would say that's the most confident and vibrant I've ever been. But now I'm like starting to grow my hair back out. I miss that. I feel like I'm blossoming, and I just feel like my hair is a part of that journey as well. So yeah, that is pretty much why I cut my hair. I wanted to relearn myself again after losing myself, who I was. College year, my freshman year in college, I definitely did lose sight of who I was. I lost sight of who I was, and how I say that because I started doing things that were not who I am and how I was raised, like, and also like dealing with like my trauma, my childhood trauma. It definitely was, I would say, like, it was just biting me. Like, that's when I realized, okay, I do have emotions. There are things that are bothering me, and like for the longest I've always just pushed it so far back. But I guess when you get to a certain age and you get older, your trauma will come back up. Like, sometimes you can't keep stuffing your trauma anymore. And so that was the beginning of how I had to deal with my trauma. But hey, you guys, thank you guys for watching this video, and come join me along this journey of healing. My goal is to be a healed girl. I just want to learn how to live life comfortably, being healed, and not always being in trauma, having tormented thoughts and stuff like that. And so I just want to share my journey. I've definitely been appointed to share my journey, but I haven't been obedient in telling and doing it because of the fear of like being like, I don't want everybody in my business, but it's like God created your story that way so you can share it. And I am normally a ask and I'll tell type of person, so it's like, what do you mean, you know? So bye, you guys.